freezing. It's cold. It's never been this cold this long.
We're ready for spring.
Ready for spring, but still very much in the heart of winter and frozen America. Welcome back to Weekend Recharge. It's 5:30, a chilly Sunday. 200 million people feeling temperatures below freezing, give or take, including 77 million who are under wind chill alerts. That next winter storm bringing more problems this week, and that means concerns for ice and rain for the big game in Atlanta tomorrow. And that's where my partner, meteorologist Paul Goodlow, is live for us this morning. And Paul, I just tweeted out that link from National Weather Service Atlanta and Georgia DOT talking about road temperatures. That's going to be critical when we talk about the threat for ice in the Atlanta metro.
So crucial, Maria, because of how long we've been cold. Even though today we'll get like yesterday, just at 40 for high temperature most of the day. Again, 24 hours a day, more hours will be spent below freezing than above freezing, which means things like your trees, your roads, your bridges, your power lines will be below freezing. Let me take you back to 2000, right here in Atlanta in February. It was February 2000, Super Bowl 34 was on a Sunday. The Friday before that, we had an ice storm, freezing rain in Atlanta, basically paralyzing the city, shut down just days before the Super Bowl. And some say that's why Atlanta has not had a Super Bowl since, although it's on schedule for next February to have that Super Bowl back here in the brand new Mercedes-Benz stadium behind me. So we're hoping we don't see a repeat of that, although, yeah, I mean, the game was fine, a great game, one of the historic games there. The St. Louis Rams were victorious. Behind me, we have the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where the national championship is going to be played in about 35 hours from now between Georgia and Alabama. And let's talk about the concern for the weather leading up to that game. Look back over the last 6 weeks or so. We had a very up and down beginning of December. We had about a foot of snow in northern suburbs of Atlanta. And then things were warming up again right until Christmas Eve, and temperatures dropped below average and basically have stayed below average, say 13 of the last 14 days. Now, today, back to 40, but it's overnight tonight. We can see that tricky time in terms of we could see below freezing temperatures and rain coming in. Dangerous combination, but once we get past that, our temperatures start to warm up. They'll be above, say, mid-40s tomorrow, but still below average. On your Tuesday, temperatures finally get above freezing for most of the day. Then on towards Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, temperatures will be finally well above average across this region, which is great news looking down the road. But right now we have to look to tonight and tomorrow morning for the concern of freezing rain, meaning ice here in northern Georgia, even northern Alabama. That's where a lot of people are driving in to watch this championship game. Let's talk more details about this threat and check in with Dr. Greg Postel.
The risk is somewhere between midnight tonight and noon tomorrow, roughly. In middle afternoon, Monday, tomorrow, we should be above freezing pretty much anywhere. So if there is any light rain out there, it should be just that and not freeze on contact. But in the morning hours, the first few hours, even up till the lunch hour, noon, it could be kind of dicey across parts of eastern Alabama, Tennessee, western Georgia. That's why the Weather Service went ahead and issued this winter weather advisory for the possibility of some light freezing rain. This is not a big storm, but a little rain is coming in where the surface temperatures will be at or below 32 degrees thanks to that stubborn area of high pressure and the very cold air it contains. That is in place now. It was below zero in eastern North Carolina this morning, and into tomorrow that high pressure will be there. Hard to get out of the way. An incoming system will try, but it's not going to be very effective because that high is going to drain that cold air southwestward right near the ground. So it's going to be well below freezing near the ground in the lowest couple hundred feet even. But above that, say at the cloud level, warmer air is going to try to come in with that incoming system. And that's a problem. It'll be raining at the cloud level, but then that rain will fall and then freeze on contact in places like northern Alabama, Tennessee, and also parts of North Georgia too. Now, we're going to watch for changes in this forecast because we need to be very careful here. Sometimes it's very stubborn, that cold air, and it's hard to get out of the way. And the models don't oftentimes have a good feel for that. So as the rain comes in overnight tonight, it's going to be falling where the temperatures are above freezing. freezing. So we don't see that overlap yet. But look at the timestamp over here, midnight into tomorrow morning. There's that freezing rain. Again, rain coming down, but then freezing right where the temperatures are below 32 at the ground. And that's a problem. And that could be in place before noon tomorrow. Again, this is not a giant ice storm. It doesn't look like it. But all it takes is 1/100 of an inch, right? And all of a sudden you turn the road into a skating rink. And that's a real problem. Be very careful traveling all across Alabama, Tennessee, and Georgia during the morning hours tomorrow. But by the championship time, game time, we should be well above freezing. No problems there. Paul, back to you.
All right, thanks, Dr. Postel. We'll talk more about that, as well as the security issues going on here close to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium with the president.